So I'm going to walk you through two apps that we have built for physical inventory, which make use of Pillar Flow when connecting into SAP to read the physical inventory documents. So we'll start with this physical inventory document. You can see the number over here. I will just open it. There are two line items for this particular document. I'll quickly go into the history. We'll see that this document has not been counted yet. So let me quickly go back. All right. So what I'm going to do is I have two apps, one app which is, on my mobile device over here, and one app which is more of a, web application. So I'm going to log in into both the applications. All right. So here, you can see both the apps. One is the Count Manager app. This app is for the supervisor, and the Cycle Counting app, which is more so for the operators who are actually going to go do the rounds, right? So I'll click on the document. Once you click on the document, you'll basically see all the different line items, for each of the document over here. I will, highlight a couple things, in the app over here. You can see here at the top, the header level details for the document, when it was created, when what the planned count date is, the actual count date, which is, today's date, the plant and storage location, and then obviously the line items, right? As you can see, I have a list of all the documents. You can see based on the icons over here, some of the documents either are in progress, some of the documents have been, counted, posted, and, done, and so on and so forth. On the top, you'll see there are two buttons over here. If I click on this button, I can set, certain settings over here. I can set my plant, I can set my, storage location. For now, I'm just going to select all over here, but I can filter it further, based on zero count. Now, what I'll do is, I'm going to click on this, barcode icon, over here. You already see that, there is a zero count selected. So I wanted to highlight, a quick validation that the app, will do. Yeah. All right. So it basically started the camera, it did the barcode scanning, and you'll see that, it is basically, giving me a, warning that this item was previously flagged for, zero count. If you proceed with this scan, it's going to remove that zero count. Do you want to, continue? What I'm trying to highlight here is, my device or the app does not have a Wi-Fi connection. We have simulated that. But all the logic, all the validation, the UI validation, and everything is still available, on this app. So I can, go through this full flow, without, being connected as well. So I'll say yes for now. I'm going to increment the count, let's say to 4 over here, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, basically click on this, submit for review. I can do a save if, I have to stop counting now, come back later in the day and continue my counting. If I'm good to go, I'm basically going to hit on this, submit for, review button, which means I'm done from, my side. So if you see here, the app already knows. It's basically saying that it's saved in an offline mode, and it will automatically sync this, data, back when connected, right? So I'll click on this, OK button. So it's basically, marked over here. Now, before I toggle and enable online mode in this app, I want to quickly jump into this Count Manager app and show the same document, right? So I'll open up this particular document over here. You'll see that this document is already in progress. I'm going to click on this document. The same line items over here, right? But now you'll notice that in the mobile device, I logged in using my ID, which is Kapil V, and you will see over here that somebody has already started counting on this, for this particular document. Now it does happen that I have a big warehouse. I'm counting in the front section of the warehouse, and I have another colleague operator who's counting on the rear section of the back warehouse, right? So in that case, that operator has already submitted his or her count over here, and as a supervisor, I can see all that count right over here, right? So we'll basically quickly go back over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable this, Wi-Fi toggle, over here, right? So now that I've enabled this, Wi-Fi toggle, what this will do is the app now knows that, my device has the connection. So it will automatically push, the data, from account standpoint, to the supervisor, right? So that the supervisor can review all the counts and take it from there. So now all I have to do is, click on this, document over here. Now, as I mentioned earlier, from an app standpoint, I don't have to worry about anything. This is just from a demo standpoint, but in a real life, the operator just walks in, from a dead zone to a connected zone, back to a dead zone, back to a connected zone, right? The app will keep functioning, without into SAP and check, for the same document what has happened. So, MI03 and I'll open up the same document over here and I'm going to go to physical inventory history. So here, you can basically see that, the document status is counted, registered, so it's all good to go. And then, you'll see all the, details right below over here. You can also see the material document, 490019. That's the same document that got posted. So that's the full flow. From a user standpoint, I have two apps: the physical inventory app on one end, and the account manager app on the other end.